Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be doing my EMEA LCQ Pickems. Obviously I'll be uploading the teams video on a later date. But obviously first we'll start off with the Pickems for the LCQ for EMEA. So obviously like, comment, subscribe, it will really help me, and let's get this started. So first match we'll be doing, so we're going from top to bottom. It is G2 versus OG London United. Now, I thought this one was actually going to be really, a really easy pick, would be G2. However, you need to also take into consideration that Oglu, you know what? I'm just call Oglu now. OG London United did. I just call them Oglu. Oglu, they've actually made a change to their coaching staff, and their coaching staff now is pretty good. It's really, really good, and also take into consideration that Oglu actually won against G2 in stage 2, then it could be either of them. It could be either of them actually winning it. So with that in mind, I'm probably maybe just gonna say G2 a bit. I think G2 are just gonna slightly win it. I think Oglu has improved, but I don't think they're going to surprise everyone and win against G2. They might actually have a chance, but I'm gonna say G2's gonna win that one. But obviously, if you know my luck on pickups, they're not that great. So next I've got Mech versus Ascend. Ascend has made a change. I can't remember who did they add. Oh, I know who they add. Okay, so they did add a player after I think Zeke got, was it Zeke? Yeah, Zeke got benched, I think, or he's now part of the inactive roster. It was either Zeke or Sarza, but I'm pretty sure it was Zeke. Mech hasn't done anything, so Mech is still probably gonna be mainly maybe midfield. I'm still guessing, but I think that was there also a boot camp as well. I think Mech had a boot camp, Ascend didn't, which obviously also takes that into consideration because obviously boot camps are very, very important for teams, and I feel like they also play better if they're in a boot camp. So I'm gonna say I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, both of these teams have been vastly underperforming. They haven't been too good at all during this season. It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty strange as well because obviously Mac and our Master 3 champions from last year and Ascend our champion winners from last year as well. Both of them are currently in LCQ, and both of them have a chance of actually being eliminated as well. But I'm gonna say Mech. I think Mech are gonna do really, really well, hopefully, and that's what I'm gonna say about that. Team Liquid versus Bbl Esports. Both teams have made a change, I think, to their player roster. Well, Liquid also made a change to their coaching stuff. I'm not gonna say obviously who or anything. I'm just gonna point it out there so you guys can know, man. You guys can find out in the team's video. But I do think Team Liquid is going to win this, even though they do have a new coach, a new player. But I think the coaches and the players are really, really good. Though BBL, I'm still not convinced of them. Like in the VRL finals, I think Footballers won, and obviously they are a Turkish team. I'm not too sure how BBL are going to go, but either way, we'll see. Finally, Bbl Esports versus Navi. Navi is one of the few teams who didn't make a change to their roster, to their coaches or players roster. Guild did make one very interesting and weird change to their players, which might actually affect them in the long term. I do think though still Guild is going to win this, but this might change, but I'm not convinced if they're actually going to make it to champions. Lower round 1, Oglu versus Ascend. I do think Ascend is going to win this, and I still think Oglu is going to put up a good fight, but I do think Ascend is going to win that one. Next up, Bbl Esports versus Navi. I mean, the firepower that BBL have, they have pretty good firepower. I mean, as like for Shadow, he's a cracker of a player. He's really good. Navi on their hand, they have like some decent players, but I will say BBL is going to win that match against Navi. Upper finals, G2 versus Mech. I'm going to say Mech is going to win this one. G2 has not impressed me at all, I'll be honest. Obviously, Stage 1, they were like I think like when they were in the EMEA Stage 1 challenges, that's probably the best I've ever seen them this season. The entire season of just G2 just been flopping. I mean, the like junior players of Pipson, well, Pipson's the coach, Hootie and Meadow, not really the greatest, but this obviously may change. Finally, Team Liquid versus Guild Esports. These two are very difficult. I think Liquid are going to definitely put up a good fight against Guild. I think Guild is going to put up a good fight against Team Liquid. I'm going to say Liquid, not Guild. I think Liquid is going to win this one. I think they're going to do really, really well in this LCQ. Next up, Guild Esports versus Ascend. I'm not too sure about this one. Generally not too sure. I'm really tempted to say Guild Esports. But I think Ascend might actually do pretty well here. Also, I need to also click on the meta as well. Because I've been seeing a little more Phoenix, and especially in the APAC region, I've been seeing a little bit more Phoenix. I think I didn't like one who I swear it was was it EG? I think EG ran Phoenix in Ascend against FaZe Clan. I swear someone played Phoenix in the North American region. So Phoenix is actually meta. Who the hell can play Phoenix in EMEA? Who the hell can play Phoenix? That'll be a bit of a question mark. I think KO is going to be a lot more viable now. So I think that it would have actually helped Guild if they didn't get rid of the player. Whatever. I finally made up my decision after thinking and babbling and everything. I'm going to say Ascend. I think Ascend is going to make a pretty good low bracket run. G2 versus BBL. I think G2 is going to win that match against BBL. Ascend versus G2. I think this is where G2's low bracket run ends. I think Ascend is going to win that one. Mech versus Team Liquid. I'm going to say Team Liquid is going to win this one. I just have more faith in Team Liquid, and Mech won't like choke. Finally, and then go little final, Ascend versus Mech. I think Ascend is going to win this one. And the grand final, who in the world is going to make it to champions? Well, I will actually have to say Team Liquid. I think Team Liquid have a pretty good chance. Guild also might have a pretty good chance as well. I mean, if you just like do this, maybe. I think this match is really, if this actually does happen, which is probably not going to happen, I think this match is probably where everyone's going to be looking at, because obviously these two teams are really, really good. But I think Team Liquid is going to make it to champions, to have their second international appearance this year. Obviously, they had their first appearance in Masters 1, but I was overshadowed. But I was overshadowed because FPX should have been there, but because of visa issues, they couldn't. Sadly, Team Liquid had to fill in that spot. So let's submit my Pickems. Hopefully, it doesn't like crash on me. It doesn't, which is good. Up of quarterfinals, and also I have G2, Mech, Team Liquid, and Guild winning their matches. Lower round 1, Ascend and BBL. Upper semifinals, Mech and Team Liquid. Lower round 2, Ascend and G2. Upper final, Team Liquid. Lower round 3, Ascend. Lower final, Ascend. And grand final, Team Liquid. Let's have a look at all the other regions, because obviously the other regions, mainly North America and APAC, they are still going on. So let's have a look at let's have a quick look at that. This is currently what the bracket looks like. Guild, C9, FaZe Clan, and 100 Thieves, they won their matches. APAC, we're coming to the final stretch in APAC. As of right now, as of recording this, it is currently 1-0 between Team Secret and Onyx G. So this is, it will be interesting, obviously, who wins. Bbo Esports, they're already in the grand final, so they already have a pretty good shot of making it to champions, being the first Indonesian team to actually make it to an international stage. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, South America, they have not started yet. I did post that video a little bit too early, I must say, because I kind of got scared that I thought they were going to start basically today. But I think they do, but I'm not too sure. Either way, it is really bad for me, so here's just a quick back look at the Pickems, so you can have a look at it for yourself. Comment down below who do you think is going to qualify to champions via the EMEA LCQ. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.